The burial of the former Zambian President Edgar Lungu has turned into one of the most dramatic and emotional legal battles in recent Zambian history. From the family refusing to bring his body back to Zambia to the government fighting to block the burial in South Africa. This case has now reached the Pretoria High Court, where the funeral has officially been suspended until a final ruling is made. In this video, we're going to discuss everything that has been happening. So, his family had planned to bury him in South Africa today, and many PF supporters, members of parliament, and other close family friends and relatives had traveled to South Africa for the funeral. And today, some even began to gather at the Cathedral of Christ in Johannesburg, where the funeral was supposed to be held, thinking that the funeral is going to go on today. But Zambia's Attorney General, Mr. Mulilo Kabesha, filed an urgent application to stop the burial. Mr. Kabesha argues that as a former head of state, President Lungu deserves a full presidential send-off back home in Zambia, where the government had already prepared a special burial site for him and all the honors on everything that's supposed to be done, just like it has been done in the previous times that a head of state had died. And on the other side, the Lungu family, represented by their lawyer and spokesperson, Mr. Makebi Zulu, who we've actually seen give press briefings on behalf of the family. According to the family, the main reason they plan to bury Edgar Lungu in South Africa is because they couldn't reach an agreement with the Zambian government on how the burial should be handled back home in Zambia. The family feels like the government's position has made the situation even more difficult for them emotionally, and they believe burying him in South Africa was the best option under their circumstances. And when they finally went to court, a lot of interesting things happened. And of course, this is according to multiple reports circulating on social media. It was revealed that when His Former Excellence Edgar Lungu was admitted to the hospital before his death, he was using false names. The reports also suggest that the court was shown evidence of multiple passports, including one Zimbabwean passport, 2 diplomatic passports from 2 different countries, and 2 green passports, all linked to the same person, but none showing him as a Zambian citizen at the time of admission. Because of these shocking identity revelations, the court temporarily stood down, allowing the Attorney General to amend the government's application. During this tense moment, Makebi Zulu, lawyer for the Lungu family, also requested a private meeting with the government's legal team. But shortly after that, the Lungu family dramatically walked out of the courtroom, signaling their frustration and emotional exhaustion with how the case was unfolding. Meanwhile, back in Johannesburg, mourners were left waiting as confusion and uncertainty took over the entire funeral program, which has left a lot of people wondering on social media if they're going to wait for the court's final decision in South Africa and wait to pay their last respect to the former head of state, or they're going to start traveling back to Zambia. And finally, let's talk about what the High Court decided. So the court has set a clear timeline for both parties. The Zambian government, led by the Attorney General Mulilo Kabesha, must submit its full written arguments by July 3rd, 2025, while the Lungu family must file their response by July 4th, 2025. And then after that, the court will deliver its final ruling on July 18th, 2025. So until then, the funeral remains fully suspended with no burial allowed in South Africa. And that's it, guys. So make sure to comment down what you think about all this happening, and make sure to leave a like and subscribe.